John Morosi with this. Soto trade agreement being finalized now. The deal, and also Joel Sherman's reporting this, sends Soto and Trent Grisham from New York for Michael King, Drew Thorpe, Johnny Brito, Randy Vasquez, and Kyle Higashioka. For more on this, let's actually get another tweet. Bob Nightingale, Cashman, Boone, just left the Winter Meetings Hotel, headed to Nashville Airport with no Soto deal finalized yet. I didn't want that tweet. That's a bad tweet. Oh, no. All right, Joel Sherman, turn my frown upside down. Is this going to happen, or are you as negative as I am after that Bob Nightingale tweet?
No, I think that Jake Peavy is going to be able to play a song that has lyrics with Soto in the Bronx eventually here. Will it be finalized tonight? I'm not sure. I'm sure they're going through medical review, etc. But we've reached the point where they have exchanged players and agreed, and usually that means you're going to get across the finish line. Soto was clearly the offensive player the Yankees wanted to add this offseason. It seems a little bit reminiscent to me. 6 years ago, Shohei Ohtani was a free agent. He said no to the Yankees. The Yankees pivoted and said, we want to get a partner for Aaron Judge, and they went to Giancarlo Stanton. Ohtani was a free agent, is a free agent again this offseason. He has no interest in going to the Bronx. And the Yankees this time have recognized they've gotten too right-handed, and everything they're doing right now is to get more left-handed, among other things, because Soto's the big thing, but Grisham and Verdugo are in this as well. And Soto and Judge are going to form a 1-2 punch, like the hope with Stanton, that if you put those guys up to bat 10 times a game, at some point the pitchers are going to have a lot of dread. And I think it will happen.
Will this be considered a record package to give up for a one-year player?
Well, it's deep. The Yankees lined up perfectly, Greg, with the Padres for a few reasons. The Yankees could take on money at a time where the Padres were desperate to get out of it. Soto's going to make about $33 million next year. Grisham will make about $5 million. And the Yankees had the two of the areas, especially pitching, the Padres needed. The other is catching. The Yankees are giving up 4 pitchers here. They traded 3 pitchers yesterday for Verdugo. They just lost 2 pitchers in the Rule 5 draft. They've used a lot of pitching over the last few years. It is really a strength of the organization to be able to develop it. But they've taken a big hit now at their depth. And while I mentioned that Soto was their #1 hitting target, their #1 pitching target is Yoshinobu Yamamoto, the terrific Japanese ace. The Yankees are kind of hitting leadoff next week. They're meeting Monday in Southern California with Yamamoto and his representatives. But we're going to have what we've never had before at the highest level, which is the Yankees and the Mets both fighting for the same free agent, along with probably about another 10 teams that seriously want Yamamoto and might take that price up towards $300 million in total for what it will take to get him. The old Yankees would get both players. The current Yankees are halfway there with Soto.
Incredible. We're hearing $300 million now for Yamamoto. It's good to be him. Joel Sherman with the very latest. Thank you so much. All right, so let's dive into this. It seems likely, according to Joel, this deal will eventually get done, Tom. This is a large package of talent for a one-year player. What do you make of this?
Well, you also have Grisham in the deal as well. I thought that was a key. Actually, it's Soto. We don't know that. But without a true center fielder, they needed to find one. So Grisham fits the Yankees as well. But listen, when you're in New York, you have to make evaluations on players that other teams don't. You have to ask yourself, how will he fit into our market, our expectations? I can tell you this about Juan Soto, because I just ran into the guy who signed him originally, Johnny DePuglia. He said Juan Soto loves New York, has always wanted to play for the Yankees and the Mets. We know he posts, or the Mets, we know he posts every day, loves to play the game of baseball. And I think this is a great fit for Juan Soto, whether he's in the last year before free agency or not. Now look at this lineup here. Soto and Judge back to back. That's exactly how I would order them, because Soto, on-base machine. I want Aaron Judge to hit with more traffic on the bases. Soto will do that. Is he a great defender? No, he's fine. He's enough. You're getting him for the bat. So this is... Most trades, Greg, happen out of the blue. We don't see them coming. You hear names, but the actual fits you don't really anticipate. This is a trade that's been obvious to me for weeks. It had to happen. The Yankees had whiffed on guys like Cliff Lee, Bryce Harper when he was a free agent, Justin Verlander when he was traded, Garrett Cole the first time he was traded. They could not whiff on the guy who was the perfect fit for them, left-handed hitting bat.
Look, I couldn't agree more. I think when you think about Soto and him coming on the scene at 19 years old, when we saw this guy, there's nothing about him scared. You're watching now career splits of where he hits the ball all over the field. He was hitting balls 400-plus foot the other way. He was pulling them. When he came on the scene, groundbreaking. For me, the New York media, the expectations to come, don't scare this guy any. I love the trade. I want to give some kudos to Brian Cashman for what they did with King late in the year. I don't know if they don't take him from being a reliever to those 8 starts and him dominating. Y'all remember starting?
He had a 1.88 ERA since being put in the rotation at the end of August.
Look, and they were out of it. This was a move that I thought was brilliant by the Yankees. They make this move, and I don't know if this trade gets done if the Padres don't think Michael King is coming in and making a huge part of their rotation. So my hat's off to the Yankees.
Jake. That is a
in
great
this
point.
deal. And I like the other players that the Padres got back for what they need. But look, Juan Soto to the Yankees. Now the Yankees are starting to look like the Yankees that we know with some of the names. And look, you take Aaron Judge and Juan Soto, the pressure that takes off the Anthony Rizzos, DJ LeMahieu's, even Gleyber Torres. I think these guys are going to shine and be put in position to get good pitches to hit.